just a rough run through on the IP filtering whitelist for the modems. I created a template that has the settings. In the future, if we wanted to, we could just add rows using this as kind of a starting point. If we wanted to, it would be 3708, 3718, and then put the IPs here for additional ranges, or we can edit these ranges if we need to tighten them up. So just to show, this is the XML template. I kept some of the what I did was I exported a template and then deleted a bunch of the stuff that I didn't want to change, tested it, and it works. So that is the template that we're going to apply here. So next station is OBRC. Going to go to OBRC and then connect to the modem. And wait for this to come up. Okay, that is under security, trusted IP inbound /friends. So what we're doing is we're going to say don't allow any IP address to connect to this modem. So nothing can come into and access the modem or anything behind it except for those IPs that we describe on these two tables. So the first table is just an IP. That would be one address. And I'm adding each of the RTN servers that can connect to our stations. I've added their IPs to that. And then the next table is a range of IPs, which is suitable for our rovers, in particular those that have a dynamic IP, like let's say my personal cell phone. It's a Verizon phone. I know that it's probably going to be within a certain range of IP addresses, but I don't know at any given time what that would be. Now, most of our rovers have static IP addresses, so we could go through and type each one of those IP addresses, but I want to keep the IP filtering to be limited in its impact so that we don't unduly restrict the ability to access these stations. We can always tighten this stuff up later. I've already put some security alerts on each station so that I can tell if somebody's trying to access the receiver and not able to log in or changes the configuration. So I feel reasonably comfortable we'll be able to see when the stations are being probed or what have you. So what you could do, or you can do, and what I started doing was just typing in these ranges. Now, so let's just go ahead and add the template. So what you do is you click on template up here and choose the file, and then upload it. That was fast, and it wants to reboot. So the reboot gonna take about 5 minutes. So I'll pause this and we will come back. Okay, so it's rebooted. Normally a reboot takes like 60 seconds. I think what this one does is it reboots it, then it uploads the XML file or the configuration, writes all that, and then reboots it again, and maybe it takes a minute to do that. So now if we go look at the security and trusted IPs, all of that, the IPs and ranges that were in that XML file have been applied here. So if somebody tries to connect to this modem or to something behind the modem and their IP address is 67 dot whatever, you're going to look and see, oh, that doesn't fit any of these ranges, so they I assume see nothing. The IP addresses for IP version 4 are 4 sets of numbers starting with 0 and ending with 255 called octets, and so 256 numbers per times 4. Four instances of 0 to 255, and they're kind of grouped starting with that first octet and second, and that might be sold as a whole group to an ISP. So for instance, this first one here is my house. So 68.8 is something, and it might be .8 something that Cox Cable owns, that whole group of them. So if you want to permit Cox Cable people to connect, you can just kind of free up this, and that's a start of it. So this means that since Cox is assigning me a dynamic IP, I'm pretty confident that any number they assign me will be within this range. So that's just kind of what I'm doing with these ranges. Now, for our cellular ones, I've really opened it up, and I'm only filtering really the first octet and allowing everything after the first octet in. So all of these zeros up to all of the 255s. So there's a lot of opportunity to narrow this down, because there's really only maybe half a dozen second octets that are in like this 166 range. Maybe there's like 3 of them. So we could tighten that up with 3 different ranges if we wanted to. But for now, I think we can leave it at this. Anything else? Oh, if you're configuring this manually, you need to make sure to enable it here. And I think that's it.